Case against Naresh Bhatt. He is the man accused of killing his own wife, Mamta Kafle Bhatt. Bhatt has pleaded not guilty and his trial is set for this fall. Tonight, we're getting a closer look at some new evidence filed in court.
Yeah, our Katie Lusso has been following this case for us. So, Katie, what are we learning from these latest court documents?
Yeah, well, this is evidence that was found on a reciprocating saw, which is a handheld power tool. It's often used to cut through things like wood, metal, or even concrete. And according to this new evidence, 3 human hairs and 13 human hair fragments were found on the saw. But let's remember, this is not the first time we've heard about this particular saw. Back in December of 2024, we learned investigators had found blood that matched Mamta's DNA in the bedroom and bathroom of their Manassas Park home, but also found blood that they believed was Mamta's on that same saw. Now, police have said they believed Mamta was dismembered, but have not said what was used to do that.
All right, Katie, so we know there's a lot of evidence in this case. How significant is this discovery?
Yeah, well, when I've spoken to Manassas Park Police Chief Mario Lugo in the past, he told me that DNA evidence was crucial in securing the grand jury indictment back in December of 2024. So it's the DNA that initially helped them secure that murder charge. And remember, Naresh Bhatt had only been charged with concealing a dead body up until that point. So when it comes to how big of a deal these specific pieces of evidence are, these hairs specifically, I checked in with Frank Salvedo. He is a criminal defense attorney. We've spoken to him about a lot of high-profile cases, but he also has experience handling murder cases where there is no body. How detrimental to this case is this submission?
It would be very detrimental to the defense if there is follow-up testing to connect the hairs to the victim in this case. That would obviously be a devastating blow to the defense. However, noted in the report and the submission, it looks like the hairs could be suitable for further testing, and they've been sent for further testing. What I think the defense will challenge is why this late? They've had that evidence for quite some time, and it seems a little bit late in the game for the defense to be able to deal with it. But if introduced, it would be devastating.
Now, as you both mentioned, there is a ton of evidence in this case. In fact, we know last year the trial was pushed to this October because Naresh Bhatt's attorney at the time said he needed more time to go through the mountains of evidence. There are several hearings scheduled in the coming months ahead of the trial start date, so we will be watching those closely.
I know you're talking about the legal aspects of all of this, but you really have gotten to know Mamta Kafle Bhatt's family really well and early on. How are they doing now?
Yeah, I checked in with her brother tonight. So as you know, both her brother and her mother live in Nepal, but they came here to the United States to take care of the little girl who was 1 year old when this happened. He told me tonight that they are doing okay, as best as they can. And as you know, the community has really rallied around that little girl since this all unfolded.
It has really captivated our entire community from beginning to now, and we'll continue to follow it, of course. Katie, thanks for that update.